golfing podcast with me, Joe Cameron, and Julian Mellor. How are you?
I'm good, Joe, thanks. Abroad.
Hot.
Hot.
It is hot, isn't it? I'm not complaining about the heat, are you? Having
No.
left the UK, I'm not complaining about the heat. It's beautiful. Waking up in the morning, opening up the door, and it's warm.
Yeah, love it.
So we're here in Fuerteventura, as you can see, a hotel called the Alba Palace. Highly recommend the hotel, and the coaching facilities have been great, haven't they? Because we've got 8 people here on a coaching trip.
Yeah, I mean, the range is literally right outside the hotel door. Short game area just to the right of it. Lovely golf course, just awesome. Yeah, it's great to be away.
Yeah.
Great to be away coaching. Yeah, people really get focused on their golf.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. But everybody just gets the chance to really immerse themselves in their golf.
They
don't they?
well, they're not doing the day-to-day stuff,
Yeah,
are they?
yeah,
So yeah, it's much nicer for people to do these coaching weeks. Yeah, they're great. Let's keep them going.
Yeah, absolutely. So coming up on the show today, we've got golf news. All about the Masters this week.
Yeah.
All about 2 people really in the Masters. We'll come to that in a minute. We've got your Mellor's magic moment. I hope you got one.
Yeah,
I've got a magic moment. I've
got a magic moment. Yeah.
We've got Joe's Little Gems, the My Side to Golf as well.
Yeah.
Guess the hole in one, Julian. I mean, to be honest,
2 weeks. 2 weeks I've been waiting now
I know,
to know whether
but
I've got it right or wrong.
Okay, so today I'm trying to make it a little bit easier for you.
Good.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with that. Thank you.
So yeah, coming up towards the end of the show.
So you're going to let me know if I won?
Not today. No, that's not the
From
point.
last week?
No. Well, just park that a minute, will you, in your brain?
Okay.
Right, park that. We've also got the magic word of the week.
Go on then. What's that?
Flag.
Flag. Oh, we can definitely get the odd flag in there, I reckon. Oh, okay. Well, so I'm going to get a biscuit per flag.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And remember, you can't just say flag.
Yeah.
Or flagging. Flagging doesn't count. It's got to be flag.
Flag, yeah.
So you get one of those.
Okay.
For each time I say the word flag. Yeah?
Perfect.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Lovely. Okay, so let's have a think about the golf news of the week then. All about the Masters?
Yeah, Masters coming up on the 7th
Yeah.
of April. So it's Wednesday here where we're doing this. So it's a couple of weeks away. 2 people kind of hogging the limelight.
Yeah.
So there's Mickelson isn't actually playing in the
Big
Masters
news.
because he's of the stuff that he's been saying, and it looks like.
What has he said then? For everybody that hasn't managed to catch up on and missed it, there could be people that have missed out.
Yeah, well, he wanted to. He was speaking really about how poor the PGA were and not getting them rights to like the playing rights and the pictures and all that stuff. And he was going off on Saudi. He got an invite to go and play on the Saudi tour. I believe that some of those tournaments are still going to happen, but who's going to play in it, I'm not sure. So he's lying low.
Yeah.
Is really what he's doing.
And what about the other big name then? The other big name is obviously.
Well, Tiger Woods is on the list of on a list of past champions who haven't said they're not playing. So he could be playing, but we still don't know. We're only 2 weeks away.
So he's on the not list.
Yeah, the not list. Yeah. So he could be playing in the Masters. I hope so.
Yeah.
You have that extra buzz about it if you can do that. Yeah, so it's really awesome.
Yeah. So what's the word on the street though? I mean, what's he like fitness wise? We've not got any gossip.
No gossip at all. So we just don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So let's just hope that Tiger's playing. He just adds a buzz to it, doesn't he? Adds a buzz. Everybody wants to see how he's doing. I know. Let's hope so.
Do you think he's just lying low, or is he like how is his health and all that sort of thing?
Getting better.
Is it?
Yeah, getting very, very strong.
He's had to adjust his swing though as well, hasn't he?
It's much kinder on his body, but it still needs the speed in there to get the distance. So he still needs all those things. So and the issue that he's got, if it was 4 rounds on a buggy, he could play.
Yes.
It's the walking that's the tiring bit for him. That, he really did smash his leg to bits, didn't he? I mean, a right mess of it.
But there was that big hoo-ha, wasn't there, about who was that played on the buggy that time? Thingy,
John Daly.
That's him.
But you can't, the rules are, part of the thing with playing in tournaments like that is fitness, you fatigue.
Yeah.
So if you're fatiguing, mentally you fatigue, your golf goes down. So part of it is actually, are you fit enough to play all 4 rounds of the Masters? So yeah, it's a big part of it.
We were talking about buggies though here, weren't we, this week, about how people really don't like buggies.
I think they're too quick.
Yeah, interrupts your play or something, doesn't it? We were talking about that.
Well, there's a thought process when you go into your golf ball. You need to be thinking about what you're going to do. And on a buggy, you're suddenly there, and then you're thinking about, well, the buggy's right over there, and that's got my club, so I need to come over. And you're thinking more about where are my clubs rather than the shot that you're trying to play.
Maybe chatting, having a bit of social time and stuff like that, and then you've got to get off again and play your shot. I don't like it. I can't blame my really, really bad round of golf in Tenerife on the buggy itself. It was a really bad round of golf, but it was one of the contributory factors for me because I've been chatting to people.
The perfect for if I'm going around looking at different groups, great because you can get there quickly. But as a playing thing, I think you've got to be really consistent, and if you're using buggies, use them all the time, then you get really good at it. But I would prefer, I'll always prefer to walk. Yeah,
walking's not nice, wasn't it? Yeah. I was just looking on Twitter, back to a picture of the golf clubs waiting to come out in the 1954 Masters.
Oh, I bet they were old, weren't they?
But they were just all like lobbed there, as if like in a pile, Wouldn't be that now. Would there be people looking after them now or something, wouldn't there? Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, imagine that, if like Tiger's Woods went missing, his clubs went missing.
They were just literally lobbed there, like by a wall.
Yeah. No, you've got to... Yeah, they're really well looked up. Having said that,
I'll put it on Facebook. If you're listening, on audio, we'll put these visuals on the Facebook page. But they're just literally.
They are just leaning there, and they look old.
I know.
They do look old, don't they?
Imagine that.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, how much? Has anybody got any idea how much a set of Tiger Woods clubs would be? I mean, obviously, because they're Tiger Woods, they'd be worth a fortune.
Well, I've heard that quite a lot of them now are like laser cut and take a long time, and I've heard upwards of £25,000 a set. So whether that's true or not, I don't know. I'd be lying if I said I know. But it would be interesting to hear if any of you guys know a factual cost of how much a pro set of golf clubs cost, because I don't really think they're exactly the same as we buy, to be honest.
Yeah, no, exactly, yeah. They're machines.
Yeah.
But the topic today that we're talking about is focus, isn't it? And how you get focused on your golf, because over dinner we have lots of conversations about golf while we're here, haven't we? But and then some people have been playing their own competitions, haven't they?
Yeah.
And so we started to think about how focus improves your golf game. So one of our guys, Damien, they were playing a competition, and he said he sort of lifted his mindset, didn't he, to get really focused, and he played some really awesome shots.
Much better than his normal standard. Yeah. Because there was an outcome to it. So I think they were either all square or one down, and he really started to focus on what he tried to do rather than just hitting the ball and going forward and hitting it again. He got really focused. He got very certain about the shot he was trying to play. And a lot of people don't have that certainty. And that, if you know what you're trying to do, chances are you're going to achieve it. But if you I think I'll lay up. No, I don't know. You're not certain, and you generally the shots are pretty poor. And what you focus on as well, if you're focusing on the trouble, that's generally where you go. It so
happens, doesn't it? I mean, I did. I've witnessed it this week that somebody said, "Oh, I'm fearing the water." Yeah. And then the ball went in the water, and I said to the person, "Were you thinking about the water?" And they said no. And this is what led to this conversation over breakfast this morning, wasn't it? About. I'm thinking, well, you must be thinking about the water for the ball to go in the water. Yeah. However, then we were just saying about it's the last thing sometimes that somebody says to you, because Damien, again, was saying that he had a caddy this one time, didn't he? Yeah. And sort of the last words that he said to him affected the shot.
Yeah. Yeah, so he said, play the shot, hit it to there, and just be mindful of the water. So the caddy was trying to be helpful, but actually that last bit that he heard was be mindful of the water, golf ball.
And he wasn't criticising the caddy at all, was he? Because they said, well, let's have a chat about it, but ultimately the player would make the decision on which shot they were going to play. So he wasn't talking negatively about it, but they realised that the last thing that he said had an impact on the
and you'll hear a lot of tour caddies say to the person they're caddying for, commit.
Yeah, fully commit.
Commit to the shot. Yeah. You've got the right club, you know what you're doing, just commit to it and do it.
Yeah. So here's the thing, right? If you don't know how to become certain, you could just ask yourself that question internally, couldn't you? If I was certain about this shot, how would I be feeling? Yeah. What would I be doing? What would I be thinking about if I felt certain? Yeah. Because if you just sit and ask yourself that question for a minute, if I feel certain, it propagates that emotional feeling of being certain. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it does, yeah. No, and it's just great having these discussions, because everybody on this is really into their golf. They really love their golf, and they all want to do well. And so what we've kind of focused on now is becoming your own caddy.
Oh, do you know, I love that. I'm so glad that you brought that up, because that has really had an effect, hasn't it? Because the guy in question, again, what we were saying was he'd be having a great round, mightn't he? Play like great 11 holes, and then have 3 holes where he just really didn't believe he was playing so well. And then one shot led to, and then it went downward, didn't it?
That's right.
So you two together, you know, you came up with this idea
Strategy,
of like
really.
being your own caddy.
So it's almost like he's talking to himself.
100%, that really helps.
And it's really helped him. Yeah, it's just made him kind of, it's not about him really. It's like, okay, this other person's telling me what to do. I'm going to listen to that. Is this the right? So you're having a really clever conversation with yourself.
Yes.
Without sounding a bit Fruit Loop, but oh my God, it's making such a difference on the focus.
Yeah, because it's less about yourself, isn't it? It's like looking inward. And I was just chuckling to myself at breakfast, and he was like standing one way and then stood the other way.
Yeah, turned around.
But that physical movement of energy and your mindset does actually make a difference. Yeah, I mean, he was doing it. He sort of did it as if like by accident. But that's what he was talking about, is like seeing it from the other person's perspective.
You call it self 1 and self 2 in a way.
Yeah.
But we're calling it you be your own caddy.
Yeah.
It's a slightly different twist on it,
Yeah,
but it's working.
Yeah, it's really working, isn't it? So the focus thing, we can't really underestimate how much a negative thought has on your golf. You know, like, because your brain does not see the word don't. It doesn't see that. Your brain can't see a don't or a not, can it?
Yeah.
You know, so you've really got to focus on where you want the ball to go, as opposed to not where you want it to go. And you might have heard us say it before, but I don't think we can ever overdo that.
No, and if you're aiming at the flag, that's what the last thing you should be thinking about is the flag. And not the water hazard.
Yes, absolutely.
Or the sand or whatever it is. So
but it's not a 100% always certain that that's going to happen, but you are more likely to go where you want to go with you positively thinking about where you want the ball to go. I was just thinking, like in rugby, for example, like the kickers. I mean, it's only really relatively recently that you see them plot the shape of the ball with their eyes, don't they?
Visualising it,
that's only a recent thing.
Fairly recent.
It hasn't been there like bygone day, was it?
No.
Fairly recently.
Yeah, definitely. By the way, you owe me 2 biscuits. I got flagged in twice.
I did wonder if you forgot.
I think that's 3 times now.
Do you know what? You really wound me up. You really wound me up about this.
It is serious.
Yeah, okay. All right, look at aim for the flag.
But it's nice to just have a little bit of...
Aim for the flag. Yeah, okay, whatever. So how many have you got?
3 now.
Do you know, I think I need you guys to help me with this, right? Because he always does it more than... I'm so concentrated, you see, that I forget to add up how many times it's 6. But you're thinking you want 2?
3.
No, you said 2.
Well, I'll take 2, but I did get 3 because
No, I know you like your biscuits, your chocolate fingers.
They're
not fingers, are they?
We can do a bit of Yenga. Yeah, brilliant.
So it's been all about the focus, hasn't it? So we really must emphasise: look where you want the ball to go. Feel like it needs to go.
Yeah, practice the swing that's going to send it there.
Yeah.
Commit to the shot.
And then ask yourself this question: if I was certain.
Yeah.
If the ball was going to go there, how would I feel?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. Because how you feel is important. And I think a little bit of competitive is never going to do you any harm. A little bit of competition sometimes, even if it's just against a friend.
Yeah.
And don't wish them, I hope they hit this shot. Let's ignore that. Wish them well, and you try and do a bit better.
Which is about the focus, isn't it? Again, it's like focus on your game. We had this conversation over breakfast, didn't we, about how it feels when you're playing with people that you really get a sneaking suspicion that they really want it to go all wrong for you. You know, that's not golf, is it?
Hit a nice shot, but I hope you don't.
Yeah. So just stay.
So just just wish everybody well, and you do a bit better than they are.
Yeah.
Then everybody's game's going to improve, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a lot easier to focus when you're just thinking about your golf all week, though, isn't it? It's
God,
beautiful.
they're so immersed in it. We've got a day off today, and they've all gone playing golf.
I know. What? And they've asked for more golf and more golf and more golf, haven't they? I don't think they'll be able to walk again.
They are certainly putting some hours.
But they've got an opportunity to practice.
Sure.
Anyway, so here. Did you get any more in then? Was that just 2?
No, I wasn't trying to talk about the flag at all.
Okay. Anyway, so on the plane, on the way over here...
I thought these were a great idea.
Which is yours, which is mine?
It's a 4-hour flight from the UK to Fuerteventura. It's one of the Canary Islands where we are. So I thought, my neck gets a bit sore on the plane. I'm going to get one of these because these are really good. And it goes in your neck, and I lay against the backrest. It
didn't make
nothing
different
So
whatsoever.
now I had to do a bit of
But
origami.
wait, no, but Tony said
Told you
that you're supposed to put it that
in
way.
this way, and then you can't breathe.
You said you put that under your chin.
Yeah, and that doesn't work at all either.
That doesn't work either.
So I've had to try and fold it, and then this is one of those memory ones, so it turns into a piece of paper. Because it's
so this is hints and tips on how to use. Oh, mine's memory foam as well. How to use an aeroplane cushion. So what did you decide on the end?
Don't use one. They're just bloody rubbish, to be honest. What a waste of time and money.
Yeah, but I think
there must be better ones.
I think
but
you
these are rubbish.
I think you bought that from the pound shop in all eyes. Look, it's fell apart already. I think it was a last minute. Oh, yeah, it's fell apart already. I think that was just a last minute buy. And then I was jealous, so you went and got. In fact, do you know what? If you took that, what does that look like?
Looks a bit like a potty. Use it for kids.
Honestly, that does look like a potty, don't it? No,
in fact, why do we bring them off the plane? We should have left them on for somebody else.
Do you know what? That is a good point. In fact, I found that the best place to work was in your lumbar spine.
Yeah. Well, anything.
Lumbar spine.
You know, it all gets a little bit uncomfortable.
Didn't we double it up and then put it under the neck like that? But then what happened was you didn't want to move because you got so comfy that you didn't, and you couldn't talk, and then you couldn't read your book.
If anybody's got any advice on the perfect neck thing to buy, let us know because these are rubbish. Anyway, I'm chucking that away. In fact, I'm going to chuck it on the floor with that rubbish. Don't buy one of those because they're rubbish.
I don't know whether it is that or whether it's just your neck. Have you got a problem? No, I mean, are you just a bit long in the neck?
I have now been using that.
It might be useful something. Anyway, yeah. So hints and tips, please, on how to use an aeroplane cushion. So, what about your? Do you want to do the? Do you want me to just give you a quick look?
Please, of the whole in one guess. Is that what you're
do you know what I'm just thinking? I've just had a picture from home of the dog. We're missing the dog this week, aren't we? We're missing. So if you're missing the dog as well, there she is. Oh, a little thing. There she is. Okay, I've made it easier. I've made it really easy for you today.
All right. Okay. Good.
Because I was embarrassed for you, if I'm honest.
Well, tell us. Please tell me what hole it was in the last one, because I've had 2 times now.
All right.
I don't know what hole it was.
You did originally guess.
I said it was the 16th.
Yeah. So you started with the 14th.
Yeah.
I think, or the 16th. Either way round. And
finished on the 16th.
So your second answer was right.
Which
was 14th.
The 14th.
Well, no. Well, I thought it was. Here's the issue.
Right.
So when I went back over my stuff, it wasn't either. It was actually the 6th.
Oh, well, 2-0 to you. 2-0 to you. So I've got a chance of winning this one.
Well, I just hope so, because I've made this one really easy for you. That's the picture of the dog again.
Okay.
Right, okay. So let me show you. Again, if you're listening on audio, we will put the pictures on Facebook, but it's a very nice sunshiny hole. Again, don't worry if you can't see it. We'll put the pictures up. Right, yeah. So this is easy, isn't it? Oh, for goodness sake. If you can't get that right, I'm going to take your chocolate thing. You're going to your wafers, your chocolate wafers. You seriously don't know what that hole is? Shall I give you a clue? I've added a course, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know that hole.
You flipping do. I've added the choices of courses.
Well, tell me the course.
No, the choices of the courses are Sunningdale, Wentworth, Augusta, the Belfry, Buena Vista.
Oh, you've put Buena Vista in there. Okay.
So I'll give you another clue. You played it loads of times.
That doesn't look like any of them on Buena Vista.
The difficulty is trying to find it.
Okay.
Find one.
I don't know, because that doesn't look like Buena Vista to me.
I hope I'm not wrong again.
I think you're wrong, Joe. I think you've aced me.
Well, I think that absolutely looks like Buena Vista to me.
No, it isn't. I've never seen that hole in my life. But it'd be interesting what you actually put in.
Do you know what? I'm going to ditch this. If this don't work this week, I'm going to ditch this. Honestly.
Yeah, that ain't
Anyway, we'll come back to that another time, won't we?
Okay, cool.
What's your Mellor's magic moment?
Mellor's magic moment is weight transfer.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
Oh, so the range is literally right outside where we sit and have a coffee and lunch and things like that. So I'm a bit of a collectomaniac of golf swings. I collect golf swings.
You
so
do.
there's
You're
not
right.
too many that I haven't seen, but one theme that runs through a lot of golfers is really poor weight shift through impact. And we were demonstrating last night on the, I use a thing called Coach now, which is a little app and you can draw things on it. And it was actually Damien who we got on there, and we're just showing how well he transferred his weight. So what I like to do is draw an imaginary straight line down the side of the head at setup. And then the head should move, or the weight should move slightly behind it, come back to it and then go past it. But the amount of people you see keep the weight behind that line, and eventually they might finish there, but so often you just see them keeping the weight on the back foot. So what happens, the low point of the swing becomes before the golf ball, so either hit the ground before the golf ball, or the club's then lifting and they hit the middle of the ball and top it. So if you could all just work on weight transfer, it would make a huge difference on all your shots. Not as vital with putting, but even the little chip shots, don't lean back and try and lift the ball up. Allow the loft of the club to the lifting. You transfer your weight forward. It'll revolutionise your golf game. So get your weight moving correctly, and if you don't know how to do it, message me and I'll show you how to do it.
Oh, just on YouTube.
Simple.
What I was thinking was, last night over dinner, you were absolutely making it really obvious for people about other sports and how your movement's got to move forward, isn't it? Like tennis, it moves forward, doesn't it? You know, I'm an ex-hockey player, hockey moves forward.
Yeah.
All the sports, they move forward. What you don't want to ever do is be going backwards.
Yeah.
You've got to go with momentum.
If you want to send something that way, you've got to
go
in
that way.
That direction, yeah. I think I read a stat or a comment not too long ago. The difference between a top class pro and a really good amateur is 1 inch. So a pro's weight will be 1 inch forward, and a top class amateur, generally their weight is 1 inch backwards. So you could only be 1 or 2 inches out, but that will make a huge difference. If you think the size of a golf ball is just over an inch, you know, get your weight moving forward, because all sports, the weight generally moves forward if
yeah, absolutely.
that's what we're trying to do. Yeah.
So, and if you can't do that, you've got to just practice it on and off, haven't you?
Yeah, and video yourself. Put the
yourself.
line on and see if you're actually moving. It's really simple.
Yeah. I really liked that last night. That was really cool.
Yeah.
So my little gem of the week is about your breath, right? Breathe out. When you breathe out, it releases your negativity, your toxicity, your thoughts, and like you say, what you just did then.
Get that lovely relaxation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which reminds me about the friend, the proper golfing member, who uses words that you can only breathe out on.
John Doyle.
Yeah, John Doyle.
He's such a clever person. He's a great wordsmith. I'd love to say that I know what he's talking about. I do have to Google some of these words because they're amazing. Yeah. And I'm not gifted in the word in the word. Yeah. But yeah, so some words that you say that you can only speak that word by breathing out. And there's a name for it, and forgive me, John, if I haven't remembered the name.
Yeah, it's a big long word.
But it was clever. Yeah. Whatever you said was really clever.
Yeah.
So hats off to you for even knowing that. And he used to train pilots as well to do certain things. And apparently, which is really interesting, you can't multitask. You can just do things very quickly, which is very interesting. So John is an awesome member of Proper Golfing, and he brings an awful lot to the table. Yeah.
I absolutely. We need to find out what that word is, don't we?
We'll
we might have him on as a guest one, so you know.
It's fascinating.
But the you know, like the breath out is exhale. It's like exhale. When you breathe in, it's called inspiration, inspire. But so a lot of people place too much focus on the breath in to try and relax themselves. Actually, it's a breath out.
Yeah. Especially for golf, the last thing you want to do is breathe in when you're about to hit a good
drive. You've got to breathe out, haven't you?
Then your muscles are long, loose and elastic, much more efficient, work quicker, hits the ball further.
Yeah. And it finds a place of stillness as well, so it can empty
it does calm your brain, definitely.
Mind, I was just going to read off some comments from YouTube. Thomas Fraser again is saying hello, and then we got Peter Cruz, who loved the show. He said, thank you very much, Peter. We've got Diego Perez saying thank you, fantastic for the show, and Derry Joey giving us a thumbs up. So thank you very much for your contributions on YouTube. We're always here if you need any questions and stuff like that. I mean, Julian at propergolfing.com. Interact with us. Have a look on the Facebook page. Like I say, if you're listening in audio, we will put all the pictures of the golf hole. Next week, can you please can you just maybe you give me, no, because I was going to say maybe you can give me 10 and then we can narrow it down. No. Anyway, we're back in the UK next week.
Yeah, back
at the normal desk with the normal visitor from the dog.
Yeah.
Dog, I hope. Let's hope it's not too cold.
No, it's all right now. Yeah, we're into spring now.
Back to the washing, cooking and cleaning.
Yeah, good old UK.
Yeah, lovely, lovely. I hope you enjoyed the show. You can go and eat your wafers now. Take care and we'll see you again next week.
Be good. Bye.
Bye.